Now, using the fivefold why, we've already worked ourselves to the top of the chain of why do we want what we want. Okay. You can use that once you're there. You can use that to actually figure out multiple different approaches that may be the same as what you originally thought of, or maybe different. To actually get what you want. And this is the sister process to the fivefold why. It's called the fivefold how. Okay. So I want freedom. How am I going to get that? How could I get that? Okay. What are some of my different options? What are some different approaches that would lead me there?
Well, depending on what you feel like freedom is, you could always try to negotiate either like a shorter work week with your boss, or maybe some time that you were working from home and then going into the office that may give you a sense of more freedom.
Yeah. Or, working with yourself.
Yeah.
Or, starting your own company and being your own boss.
Right.
I mean, there are all sorts of different ways to get that ultimate why, which is freedom. But all of those things are also different than earning $1 million.
That's true.
And,
true.
You may not be able to earn $1 million next week, but you could start your own company next week.
True. And that would get you working towards that ultimate overarching thing.
Exactly.
Okay.
So that is, it's... Sometimes this is called successive approximation or recursive approximation, where you have a general idea. Okay, so let's say I want to be free. One of my options is starting a business. How would I go about doing that?
Right. And you start the mental simulation.
Then you start the mental simulation. It's like, okay, how would I go about starting a business? What could I do? I have an idea for something that I could create that would provide value. Well, how would I go about doing that? And then I need to get people's attention. How would I go about doing that?
Right. Okay.
I need to sell it to somebody. How would I go about doing that? And deliver it. How would I go about doing that?
Okay.
And it's like you're asking why all the way up
and how
all the way down.
Cool. Okay.
And it's kind of like the example that always pops in my mind here is, sometimes like on the older internet browsers where you'd bring up a picture and the connection would be kind of slow.
Yeah.
And the picture would kind of fill in fuzzy first, and then a little clear, and
yeah.
a little clear, and
yeah.
This is it's the same thing.
Okay.
You're just over and over, you're asking yourself how.
I can see
how am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? And every time you ask yourself that question, the details fill in just a little bit more, and more and more and more, until you have this clear picture of
Pardon me.
Bless you.
Thank you.
This is how I'm going to do it. And then you have a plan.
Yeah.
And then you can do it.
That's pretty cool, actually.
Yeah. So it's not rocket science.
It's like a little kid. How?
Right.
You know?
And like a little kid. Why?
Yeah. I like it.
And the reason we learn so much as little kids is because we do that over and over and over again. And at some point, somebody, whacks us and says, don't do that. It's annoying. But if you do it for yourself, that's the best way you learn how to do all of these cool things. So that's the fivefold how.
Cool.